Hello folks, welcome to my channel Java Demystified by SSR. Here comes the question number 43. What is the difference between string, string buffer and string builder classes? Let's demystify this question. So in java.lang package, we have all these classes: string, string buffer and string builder. So this is one of the most asked interview questions. Why we need three string classes? One is string, one is string buffer, another is string builder. Let's understand. The string class, as I told, it's available in lang package and it is a final class. The string class is a final class, just like all wrapper classes. And strings are immutable objects in Java. Strings are immutable. That means we cannot actually change them. So if you have a string, you can actually change it. It acts as a constant. So since strings are immutable, we need mutable classes. So that's why in Java, string buffer is there. So string buffer, the fully qualified name is java.lang.string buffer, is a mutable class. It is not immutable, it is a mutable class. So because it is mutable, we can actually change the contents. String is immutable and string buffer is mutable. We can actually change the content. So string, string buffer s equal to something, then I can change that. Right? That's what mutability. Okay. And the string buffer class is a thread safe class. In a thread safe class, you will be using synchronized methods such that whenever multiple threads act on that particular string, string buffer resource, they will actually follow some order. That order is synchronized order. So that's why string buffer is thread safe. So string buffer is mutable and thread safe. So we have other class called string builder, which is mutable and not a thread safe class. Not a thread safe class. So now we need to have all these combination. I require a class which is immutable, that is the string class. Then I require mutable classes. I have string buffer and string builder. Then string buffer is thread safe and string builder is not thread safe. What is thread safety? So these strings are certain resources, right? Now, upon a string buffer and upon a string builder, multiple threads can act. At a time, multiple threads want to access that and they want to do some reading, writing, that means updation, reversing, and finding the substring, replacing, delete. So many methods are there and they can actually try doing that. If it is thread safe, then all these threads will follow some order actually, some synchronized order. If it is not thread safe, there will be no order, multiple threads can access that particular resource. Okay, so that is actually the difference between all these classes: string, string buffer and string builder. Let's understand these differences with a programming example. So let me actually open this test.java. So I have my class test. So here, first I'm actually explaining about the string. So string s1 equal to new string, and the string constant or the string letter value take is Java. So here, how many objects will get created for this line? So there will be two objects, those are going to get created. So one will be in the heap for sure, and that is getting referred with s1, and another object will actually in the string constant pool, that is just string constant Java, which has no reference, right? So what I'm telling, these strings or the string objects are immutable. We cannot change it. We cannot modify it. So here, what I'm doing in this line number 6 is s1.concat. So s1 is Java. I would like to concat. So concat is actually adding at the end. What concat will do is, concat is a method which is there in the string class, which adds this particular string at the end of this particular S1. Okay, so that's what this concat operator will do. Okay, I'm trying to add this particular SC17 to this particular Java, and later system.out.println S1. So when I add SC17, so actually what I'm expecting is the output will be like Java SC17, because I'm adding this SC7, which is a string object, to the other string object, that is S1. But strings are immutable, right? But strings are immutable. Let's see the output. One will expect the output to be Java SC7, but the output that is going to get printed is only Java, because strings are immutable. So this S1 is actually Java, string object Java. Even though you are adding something to that, it is not getting changed because it is non-modifiable, right? Let me show you that. So let me compile. So Java C, test.java. It's compiled successfully, there is no issue. And when I run Java test, now if you see the outcome, it is just printing Java. It is just printing Java. S1 is Java only, right? Even though you are adding something to the end, right, that is not getting modified with S1. Okay, because strings are immutable. So what actually happens here, you know, S1 is referring to Java, and that is there in the heap. And of course, in SCP also Java string was there, but there is no reference. Then when I say S1.concat of SC17, so here a new string that is going to get created, that is like Java SC17. Okay, because it's a string literal, so this is going to get created in SCP, and which has no reference. Which has no reference. S1 will not be pointing to that because it is immutable. S1 points to heap only. Even though new string is getting created in the SCP, like Java SC17, after this concat method is applied on S1, so it's not getting referred by anything, right? So my S1, because it is immutable, it is referring to Java only, right? That's why I got the outcome as Java. Fine. So string as part of java.lang package is a final class, and which is a immutable class. Now let us understand now string buffer. What is string buffer? Okay. Yeah, so I'm commenting string builder, string buffer. So string buffer is also available in lang package, and which is a mutable class. Okay. And of course, it is a thread safe class also. So now how to create a string buffer object? String buffer SB equal to new string buffer of Java, and then the SB dot append of SC17. So here for string buffer and string builder, we have append method. We have an append method, just that acts like a concat method. See, string buffer SB equal to new string buffer of Java, and SB dot append, and later I'm printing system.out.println SB. Okay. So now what will be the output? Is it just Java or Java SC17? Since string buffer is mutable, that can be changed. Okay, that can be modified. So whenever append is applied on this SB, the SB is going to get changed. The SB value is going to get changed. Let's see actually. So let me save this and let me compile. So when I compile, it compiles successfully, and when I print, see, if S1 is printing Java only, but here in the same way I have written, but the object I have created is string buffer. String buffer SB equal to new string buffer of Java. SB is pointing to Java. SB dot append of some string. The string is getting added to SB because it is mutable. The string is getting modifiable, that is getting changed. So that's why when I print SB, I can actually see Java SC17. Fine. So string is immutable, string buffer is mutable class. Okay. So let's now understand string builder also. So string builder is also a mutable class. That means the string objects can be changed. The string objects can be modified. The same thing I'm doing, string builder SB1 equal to new string builder of Java. Then SB1 dot append. So here also in string builder, we have append methods. So what are all the methods that you have in string buffer? You have them in string builder also. everything will be there. What is the difference actually means? String buffer will have synchronized methods. There is a synchronized keyword. So to achieve synchronization order, we will use synchronized. So string buffer will contain synchronized methods, whereas string builder contains normal methods. That's the only difference. If you understand string buffer, what are all you can see there, they are available in string builder also. The only the difference is they are synchronized. So string buffer is thread safe and string builder is not thread safe. String buffer is mutable and string builder is also mutable. So now when I print system.out.println SB1, it is going to print me Java SE 17 because the string can be modified. Okay, so let's see. I'm compiling this, compiled successfully, and then when I run, you can actually see Java SE 17 is also getting printed, right? So this is the difference between string buffer and string builder. To sum up, a string is a final class and which is a immutable class, and then string buffer is actually a mutable class and it is thread safe. It is thread safe because it has synchronized methods. String builder is also a mutable method and it is not thread safe because it has no synchronized methods. So that is the difference between all these string classes, and all these string classes are required because each class has its own purpose. So hope you have understood the difference between all these classes, and you may please like my video, share and subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Thank you. Stay tuned for